She has championed initiatives that transcend traditional boundaries, emphasizing inclusivity and preparing our learners for the challenges of a rapidly changing world. Friends, please rise as we welcome the distinguished Undersecretary for Curriculum and Teaching Strand, Dr. Gina Gonong.
Salamat, Nabasit. Maraming salamat po. Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. I'm really happy to be here with you. Sabi ko nga, pero I cannot always come back. Kasi ang sarap ng food ninyo. We were taught, the Mancom was talking about it yesterday. Food was really, really great in Region 2. Like everything was just so good. And you've been very welcoming and been very warm. Siguro sabihin ko na, no, half-blooded Ilocano ako eh. My father was originally from Ilocos, migrated to Nueva Ecija. I have relatives in Nueva Vizcaya, and I understand Ilocano. So you cannot sell me. But I don't understand yung deep Ilocano. I'm happy to be here. My journey is different from most of you. Because in my past life, at least the immediate past life, I was in a university. Actually, mahirap palang sabihin immediate past life kasi I am still with the Philippine Normal University. I'm on secondment to the Department of Education. So that means when I'm done, I go back to the Philippine Normal University. I think the track that I was in the immediate past, if I could call it like that, is also an advantage because I served as an administrative and academic official, and for 10 years of my life was a researcher. I think we've met, okay? In the 10 years that I worked with the Department of Education, when I led projects on professional standards for teachers, professional standards for school heads, and professional standards for supervisors. I went down to the field, met many of you, had FGDs with many of you, interviewed many of you, argued, debated, discussed with many of you. I also led the NAIAP Transformation Project, and I worked on career progression for teachers, which is now executive order. Kaya ako yung pinaka-impatient, bakit hindi pa lumalabas lahat ng to. So I also worked with legislators on the Excellence in Teacher Education Act. I am a true blue educator. I spent my whole life in education. I had 10 years ba? I taught in basic education. Hindi ko na alam kung ilang taon. I really couldn't say how, kasi nagturo ako ng basic education, tapos nag-college ako, pero bumabalik pa rin ako sa basic education ng mga isang oras to teach English to some special groups of students. So, I didn't really leave classroom teaching for a while. Okay? When I came to the Department of Education, no, actually even before I came into the Department of Education, I'm very much aware of what needs to be changed, what needs to be done. Okay? But this time around, I am no longer advising in terms of policies because I need to be the one to work on policies and help the field implement policies. So yun na yung difference, which I thought was easier because sometimes it's so difficult to talk to policymakers and sometimes educate them. Takes a while. And in terms of reforms, I think it would take about 3 to 5 years to make some people understand. And you would know as education leaders that the most difficult challenge in education is changing paradigms, changing mindsets. Because we're used to thinking in a particular way, di ba? We're used to doing things in a particular way and getting out of that comfort zone, getting out of the usual thing is not easy to do. Okay? Which is a challenge that I posed to the Curriculum and Teaching Strand Management Committee. I told them, I think there was one meeting or maybe two meetings, I told them, I'm saying this to you with so much love and respect. Okay? I told the management committee, I'm very honest. I mean, I give feedback, constructive. I hope I don't offend. But sometimes, or I think most of the time, you just really have to give feedback. So I told the Curriculum and Teaching Management Committee, with so much love and respect, I think you're doing things like you are eating breakfast at a particular time, lunch at a particular time, dinner at a particular time. Everything is a routine. Okay? Like you know what you have to do and you just go with the flow. Okay? I do this at this particular time, I do this at this day. This is what I do when I make policies. I just follow the process. Okay? And then things come out. So I challenge them to think outside the box. Okay? And you know, I am very blessed to have Assistant Secretary Alma Torrio with me. I'm truly blessed. Okay? Siya, actually, si Asset Alma yung grounding ko sa field. Okay? Because sometimes I was telling her, and I was telling the mantom, I can be theoretical. Okay? Because I'm from the academe. Okay? I'm a researcher. I can be too theoretical, but I need grounding from the field, and that's what they give me. At ang pinakamakulit na magsabi ng lahat ng nangyayari sa field, si Director Laila. So, lahat yan, ay galing yan kay Director Laila. Okay? So, si Director Aris, si Director OIC Asset Mallet, they've been very good. So, ang maganda sa kanila kasi, walang resistance. I mean, maybe they know that I want to change things. Okay, for the better, which is also the instruction given to me by the Vice President and Secretary of Education. Nung dumating ako sa DepEd, ang tanong ko kay VP, ano ang iyong marching orders sa akin? Sabi niya, unang curriculum, which we did, di ba? Na-launch natin ang matatag curriculum. And then she said, all the other reforms that you want to institute, we will support you. Okay? Kaya medyo malakas ang loob namin. And at this point, you have a face to the reforms that are happening in the Department of Education. Sabihin na natin, yung una, yung National Learning Camp. Okay? So this is a moment to apologize because I know that there was not enough time to prepare for the National Learning Camp. Okay? I know what the field felt and what the field said about the National Learning Camp. I came to DepEd in November of 2022, where all work and financial plans have been done. Okay? And many of those WFPs, I couldn't touch anymore. So there was a decision to just let things flow. Just go ahead with everything for 1 year and then let's make some changes in 2024. But that wasn't the decision that we took. We said, let's do this, let's do whatever we can do immediately. So we rolled out the National Learning Camp, okay? Which is a first ever program that not simply focuses on improving learning outcomes, but also on improving teacher quality. Kasi sabi ko nga, kahit na anong program ang ilabas natin sa field, kapag walang component ng teacher support, nothing is going to happen. We know that. The single most important factor to improve student achievement is the teacher. Sila lang, within our powers in the Department of Education. Kaya yung learning camp may kasamang collaborative expertise. Why did we push through with it despite a very short preparation? Una, we trust that you can do it. Okay? Alam namin na pag ang field, dahil may puso para sa mga bata, kahit mahirap, kahit mabilis, gagawin. Okay? Pangalawa, we really can't wait. Pati yung learning losses natin, we need to do learning recovery programs. Okay? Pangatlo, we wanted to provide students with opportunities that they wouldn't otherwise get in their lives. Ang sinasabi ko nga, ang mga private school students, tingin ninyo, nagbabakasyon lang sila. Ang mga mayayamang estudyante, tingin ninyo, pagbakasyon, nagbabakasyon lang sila. What do they do? What do their parents afford them? May tutorials yan. May swimming classes yan. May taekwondo yan. Di ba? May math tutor yan, na math specialist na. May science tutor yan. Di ba? These things, our public school students, many of them wouldn't be able to afford. So we gave them the National Learning Camp opportunity to be tutored, to be taught, okay, in a differentiated way. Okay? So, we've done it the first time. We're going to be better next school year. Of course, we launched the Matatag curriculum, and we're very happy that Region 2 is among the pilot implementers of the Matatag curriculum. So really, I thank DepEd, okay, for supporting us. Talagang, si DepEd, hindi kami binikawan sa curriculum and teaching. Maraming salamat, RD. And of course, supported by his ARD, the ARD 10. With us today are school heads. Tama ba? We have school heads of the 5 schools. May we see who you are? May we see you? Please? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Asan po yung isa? Hindi naman ako nag-check ng attendance. Okay. Si sir. Okay. Punta naman kayo dito sa harapan, mga school heads, mga principals. Okay. So, salamat sa kanilang SDS for making all of these things happen. Pero, naku, outnumbered pala ang lady dito. Diba? So, 4 males and 1 female school head. Okay? We were able to see 3 schools yesterday. And as much as we would want all divisions to be part of the pilot, that's not just possible. Okay? Kaya nga, pilot, and we're learning from them. Itong 5 magigiting na principal na to, ang tutulong sa atin, kasama ng 30 other principals in the whole country, they're going to help us prepare for the implementation of the curriculum across 47,000 schools in the country beginning school year 2024-2025. Palakpakan po ninyo sila. Okay? Yung challenge kasi bago yung curriculum. Konti yung training ng teachers, di ba? Kailangan nilang mag-prepare, ayusin ang class schedules, and they have classes that are not pilot classes. So that means they handle both pilot classes and non-pilot classes. Okay? So, sila ang mag-uumpisa at ang sabi ko nga kahapon, umpisa pa lang yung taon na to ngayon, we're going to be together up to 2028. Tama ba? 2028. Hanggang ma-implement natin yung K-10. Tapos kasunod na naman nun, yung 11 and 12. Kaya ba ninyo? Very good. Thank you very much. Palakpakan po natin sila. Thank you very much, school heads. Okay? So yung mga learnings po sa pilot implementation, manggagaling sa kanila. Okay? Kukunin namin sa kanila, i-observe namin yung teachers, interview namin yung teachers, katulong ng mga supervisors ng region at katulong ng mga supervisors ng division at ng mga research groups and stakeholders. Okay? So, these principals will work hard para naman ang implementation natin sa 2024 ay maging mas maayos. Now, it's good that you're here. The superintendents are here with us today because you see, we can't have all of you in the pilot implementation. But beginning 2024, we're all together in the implementation of the K147 Matatag curriculum. Okay? And I hope you are ready to implement. Okay? Dapat ang una pala, you are wholeheartedly willing to implement the Matatag curriculum. Kaya ba natin po? Very good. So sabihin ko na rin, may mga heads up na tayo, ano? Dr. Lay, mag-heads up kami, maglalabas kami ng training program, training schedules for all teachers across the country on K147. Okay? So mag-uumpisa tayo sa school leaders ng February. So February, I think around second week of February, we're starting with school heads and regional supervisors, chiefs, division supervisors, and chiefs. So it's a 5-day training, pero hindi po yung 500 or 1,000 listening to one speaker. We're doing away with that model. It's still cascade model, but in smaller groups. And when it comes to school, it's going to be school-based training program. Okay? And we're utilizing what we have started on collaborative expertise. So teachers could really ask their supervisors or their trainers questions. Okay? So gagawin ko na. This is going to be the first time that we're going to roll out that kind of training program. So si Director Lay ang in charge dito sa training program na to. So ang hihingin namin sa inyo, yung mga teachers, yung K147 teachers na i-train natin sa buong Pilipinas, kung kasama sila sa division nyo, you'll have to ensure na merong mga substitutes sa mga teachers na yon. Kasi we cannot afford to have students without teachers in classrooms. 5 days naman yun, 1 week. Andun din lang naman sila sa school, but we wouldn't want them to be distracted. Okay? Distracted also. Sa mga small schools, magkakaroon ng clusters. Anyway, we're releasing a DepEd memorandum about this. Pero kayo ang unang nakaalam. Pinag-usapan lang namin to days ago sa planning workshop namin sa Cebu. So Region 2 is the first one to know about the plans moving forward. So paghandaan na rin po natin. Okay? I have so much respect for superintendents. Okay? You have so much power. Okay? You have so much power to make a difference. So you see, no matter how hard we work in the central office, no matter how beautiful, how good the policies are, if they're not implemented well in the field, or if the teachers are confused, if school heads are confused, nothing will also come out of it. So kailangan natin ng mga superintendents na learning focused. We need learning focused divisions. We need learning-focused schools. So pag sinabi natin learning-focused, everything else that wouldn't contribute to learning is peripheral. Alam ko yung management side, kahit sa mga principal, maraming ginagawa. Pero kapag alam natin na ang focus natin ay learning, okay, we know what to prioritize. So, ganun din naman ang ginawa ni VP sa central office. She made it clear that the core, the heart of the Department of Education is curriculum and teaching. And everybody else, all other strands, support curriculum and teaching. You can also do that at the division level. Your core is to ensure that all schools are focused on learning. Everything else is support to that core. So pagdating sa school, when you have a learning-focused school, ang principal, ang kailangan din mag-focus doon sa matuto ang mga bata. Okay? So just like what I said, I have so much respect for you, and I trust that with the power that you have, you'll be able to make a difference in terms of learning outcomes. Positions are not permanent. Ito pinag-uusapan namin ng legal nung mga nakaraang araw. Third level positions are not permanent. Tama ba? All presidential appointees don't have that security. We all need to perform. Okay? Positions are not permanent. Pero yung araw, yung panahon na nasa atin yung posisyon, nasa atin yung power, di ba? To make a difference, let's all make that difference. We're not, how do you call that? Hindi tayo, we won't be recognized for our positions because positions are temporary. Okay? But the fulfillment comes from being able to do something while you are in position. So I ask everybody to do just that. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Good morning.